That means we're listening to Pantera. Everybody new here? I should have listened to this a week ago. I then uploaded it then, but I was lazy because I was listening to Incubus. So we're not doing that. And today we're doing the Great Southern Trendkill. We've got 11 songs, groove metal. I actually don't like Pantera that much. I do like Cowboys from Hell, and I didn't like the Vulgar Display of Power. So I'm going to give it another shot. We're going to listen to the Great Southern Trendkill. Let's begin. Track number 1, the Great Southern Trendkill. Funny that. Funny that I was listening to Incubus because the vocalist sounds halfway between Incubus and Slipknot, which I've listened to both of, so you know, I'm not really getting anything that's really jarring here. We'll continue. That's funny, because while I just expressed that I didn't mind the vocals because I was already accustomed to them, the second half, where there were no vocals, was actually my favourite part. That really grooved hard. Is this album going to recover my perspective on Pantera? I want to like Pantera. I'm doing a video on them next. I need to like Pantera. Yeah, I really like that one. I'm getting excited now. By the way, my camera, broke. You could see I was, really white. I think I fixed it. Alright, let's listen to War Nerve. For every fucking second of pathetic... I don't break! You're about... Fuck you up! Okay, while that one did groove a bit, it was too long. It was just the same thing. Lyrics are interesting. I don't think I'm really gonna analyze them. The outro is literally just him screaming hate, 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 hate. I prefer the Great Southern Trendkill. Wouldn't call that bad. You know, they've done better. Okay, this next track is called Drag the Waters. Drag the waters some more. You're sad and I'm smoking and I'm premonition. Drag the My main criticism of Vulgar Display of Power was that it sounded the same the whole way through, including Walk. Starting to show its colours here a little bit. Unrelated to how much I enjoyed it, but more like the time signatures in that chorus riff made me realize how I should write my riffs, because I've been writing them not as cool as this for the whole time, so that's a plus. Next song is called Tens. Okay, 3 parts. The intro, the outro, and the acoustic. I used this finger for the acoustic because it was in the middle. That was a total accident, by the way. I like those parts. Other than that, so they sound the same as track number 3 and 2. So, you know, it really just feels like it lasts forever. It's only a 4.5 minute song. And when I say only, I mean, I've listened to everything by Metallica. And in their early days, they could make a 9-minute long seem like 3 minutes, and you still want more of that same song. You know what I mean? It doesn't get that same loyalty from me when it comes to their music. Also, my camera doesn't know how to focus, probably. I've been mucking around with it for 3 songs straight now. Next track, 13 Steps to Nowhere. I did not get anything from that one. It wasn't bad. I felt like it took 13 steps to get nowhere. Now we got a bit of a long song here that they had to cut in half. Suicide Note Part 1 and 2. Might have to censor that word. Let's go. Not gonna immediately retract that the whole album sounded the same, but that did sound very different, and I really liked it. It was consistent, but like it remained like consistently interesting through the whole, what was it, nearly 5 minutes of runtime. Didn't feel like 5 minutes actually. No, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I like that. All right, here's part 2. What is my camera's issue, man? Not part 2. I preferred Note Part 1, but it had good parts, and I enjoyed myself. And I'm still very, very white, and my camera hates me. The chorus goes, "It's livid and it lies and makes graves." Which honestly reminds me of that ginger dude from The Simpsons going, "My goodness, why didn't I think of that?" Along those lines. So, I feel like the message it's talking about has been delivered better before. It was a decent metal song. So it gets brownie points. Okay, next song, Living Through Me, Hell's Wrath. 5 minutes long. Okay, I felt like there was a bit of a "woe is me" song, but I do like the lyricism of it. I thought it was a bit charming, if not a little bit grotesque. But yeah, it did feel like a "woe is me" kind of thing, which I don't particularly vibe for. I'm not a big fan of Green Day. Probably not Green Day, more like Linkin Park. There were some riffs in there, which I thought were really good, but not because of the riff itself, but more like the vocalist had sung with the riff, which I think can make a riff sound even better. Alright, now we got the hit of the album, Floods. 53 million plays on Spotify. Let's get to it. That was a great recovery of the rest of the album. Like, I could actually see the popularity behind it. It makes a lot of sense to me. It was a bit ballady. I don't know what the hell word you want to use, I don't care. The way that the lyrics make reference to the flood is actually interesting. Twists into something misanthropic. It's rather curious. Admittedly messed up way of viewing the story. I think like every twist that the song makes was done in good time. And while that was by far the longest song on the album, I could have gone with it being 10 minutes long. Good job, Pantera. That was a bloody good song, that was. Okay, next track, The Underground in America. Ooh, spooky subway. Ooh, The Underground in America. Let's go. A lifestyle that's unexplainable. That was an interesting callback to the beginning of the album just there in the outro. The Trend is Dead. The first track is called The Great Silent Twinkle. The name of the album is called The Great Silent Twinkle. I have a feeling this is the bonus track. I might be wrong about that because that felt more like the end of the album to me. That one had interesting guitar tones. Like it kind of flicked between a couple of tones there, which you saw my reaction. I actually quite liked that. I dug that a little bit. As for the lyrics, they're quite blunt. It's obvious what they speak about. You know, American politics. It felt more to me like they were listing off problems rather than like presenting it in any like impactful or meaningful way. It just sounds like things that I've already heard before. Like if I wanted to listen to something about American politics, I'd go back and listen to System of a Down or Rage Against the Machine. I wouldn't come to Pantera for politics. I would come for it if I felt like I wanted to listen to something that sounds the same throughout the entire discography. That being said, we're about to finish this album with the final song and or bonus track, Reprise Sand Blasted Skin. That sounds painful. Let's go. That transition was good. I liked that transition. Call back to the beginning of the album. The trend is over. I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of that. There's a fingernail in between my teeth and it's stuck. Is there a hidden track here? Because the song's not done. That was an interesting conclusion. The Great Southern Treacle by Pantera. Now, first thing I want to comment on is the constant theme of the album. I felt that every single song had some kind of connection with death or, suicide or something misanthropic. And it did get a little bit tiring. Like, I felt like every single song was talking about the same thing at some point. It makes for a little bit of a taxing of a listen, but it also kind of, like, in some songs, it kind of feels like it's worth it. Like on Note Part 1... Floods, both great songs. I won't go back on the fact that I said it was a little bit of a taxing of a listen. Basically, every track on this album felt way longer than it needed to be. You can cut like half the guitar parts out of this and it would probably be the same and have the same effect and be less difficult to play, unless that was what they were going for. I don't know. Or you might just be a diehard Pantera fan that wants more listening time in their music, and you're calling up Pantera in the 90s and you're like, make your songs longer. I don't have much other comments to say about this album. As far as favourite tracks go, I'm going to say this Great Southern Trendkill, the opening track, was very strong. It promised a lot for the album, and I don't think it let down too much. Note Part 1 was very good. It was a great tone shift. And, of course, Floods, my favourite track. Surprisingly enough, I actually liked the most popular track on the album, which is not typical of me for some reason. I felt like it had a lot to offer and it was consistently interesting for 7 minutes. That does it for me. Later.